If you don't know who Pikachu is, you must have been living under a Geodude for the last 28 years. Even Mother Oran knows who Pikachu is, although she thinks every Pokémon is Pikachu. But what she and most people don't know is what Pikachu is based on in the real world. But I'll give you a hint. It's not a mouse. Our research continues as we discover the shocking similarities between our world and all existing Pokémon. By the end of today's episode, we'll have discovered the inspirational lore and real-life animals behind the designs of the Pikachu family. To start, let's check out the origins of their names. Pichu, Pikachu, and Raichu are all exactly the same in Japanese as they are in English, which makes my life much easier. Pikachu comes from two different Japanese onomatopoeia. Pika-pika is used as the sound for electricity sparkling, and chuchu is used as the sound for rodents squeaking. Squish them together and you get Pikachu. Also, when you squish even more, you get the baby version, Pichu. Easy enough. Chu stays the same as the suffix in Raichu, but Rai actually comes from the Japanese word for lightning or thunder, which is quite fitting. Interestingly enough, this pronunciation is only used when referring to Raijin, the Japanese god of lightning. In Shinto mythology, Raijin is a powerful kami that is often depicted with fierce facial expressions while standing on top of clouds. He is usually surrounded by his drums that he uses to create the sound of thunder by hitting them with his iconic tomo hammers. Raijin is known for his mischievous nature and legendary role in defending Japan from invaders, and has temples and shrines throughout Japan portraying him as a guardian and a symbol of nature's power. Pretty big shoes to fill, Raichu. But to be fair, I wouldn't go toe-to-toe with a creature that could give me 1,000 volts. Going back to Pikachu, its lore is a lot more docile and kind of adorable. According to Pikachu's designer, Atsuko Nishida, it was originally based on the popular Japanese treat Daifuku. The exact quote from her states, "I didn't draw it on paper and directly design the pixel art, so there isn't any data of it now. But the first prototype I designed for Pikachu was a Daifuku-like creature in the shape of a long Daifuku with ears sticking out. I'll leave the rest to your imagination." But it was nothing like the Pikachu you know today. Is this why Pikachu was so round and chubby back in the 90s? I do miss it. Also, if you haven't tried it, Daifuku is a type of Japanese sweet made by stuffing mochi with a sweet red bean paste filling, and it's delicious. Oh, the things I would do for a cute little mochi Pokemon. I might even give up research for a day. My mouth is watering, but it's back to science time. But first, thunder shock that subscribe button. First off, can we talk about Pikachu's yellow Pokédex entry that states it keeps its tail raised to monitor its surroundings? If you yank its tail, it will try to bite you. Did this really need to be said? I feel like this was a PSA from the Pokemon Company to tell kids to treat animals with respect. Don't go yanking on tails, guys. When I first set out to research Pikachu like Ash from Pallet Town, I was almost certain it would be based on the pika. The pika is a small mammal found in the mountainous regions of North America and Asia, and is closely related to rabbits. They have almost spherical bodies, short limbs, and lack of a visible tail. If you have ever been at a high altitude in the Rocky Mountains, you will have heard them constantly screaming "Eep!" It reminds me of how Pikachu is always yelling Pika-pika. Pikas live in rocky alpine areas and are well adapted to cold environments. Unlike many animals in frigid climates, pikas do not hibernate. Instead, they spend the summer collecting and drying grasses and other plants to store in their hay piles for winter consumption. While they are just as cute as a Pikachu, their lack of a big tail and the fact that Atsuko Nishida specifically said they aren't one makes us have to keep searching. Before we take a look at what the creator said Pikachu is actually based on, I just want to bring your attention to what my second guess originally was. This creature resembles the original chunky Pikachu and is the spherical floof known as a Viscasha. It's a rodent native to South America, primarily found in the rocky regions of the Andes Mountains. Tell me this ball of fluff isn't the old Pikachu on the first cards. Viscashas are closely related to chinchillas and have long, fluffy tails and soft fur, which helps them survive in the colder mountainous climates that they inhabit. These herbivores feed mainly on grasses and other arid vegetation. Just like the pika, they are known for their loud, distinctive calls that they use to communicate with their colonies and to alert others to danger. Imagine just a pack of thick Pikachus yelling. Alas, while they bear some resemblance, it's officially not the right animal. Due to the popularity of Pikachu, a lot of information has been released about it from Atsuko Nishida over the years. She stated that after moving from the mochi with ears idea, she had another inspiration. As a child, she always wanted to have a squirrel as a pet, and that's how the idea was born for the design of a squirrel-like creature that stores electricity in its cheeks instead of food, hence the red sacks on Pikachu's face. It also makes sense that the face of the Pokémon company would be a squirrel-like Pokémon since so many people are familiar with them. I mean, they're everywhere. I even see one out of my window right now. Did you know that there are over 200 species of squirrels worldwide? And they're found on almost every continent. These nimble rodents are known for their incredible agility, sharp memory, and complex problem-solving skills, particularly when it comes to hoarding food. They bury nuts and seeds across vast areas and rely on memory and spatial clues to recover them later. This works a good percent of the time, but it also makes them accidental forest gardeners as they help disperse seeds when they forget about them. If I were a squirrel, I would be an accidental mochi dispenser, I think. Among the many species around the world, only 3 are native to Japan. 2 are flying squirrels, and since Pikachu only flies with the use of balloons, the exact squirrel Atsuko Nishida was probably used to seeing as a kid is likely the Japanese squirrel. It's found only on the islands of Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. They have bushy tails and a reddish-brown coat. They may not look exactly like a Pikachu, but to a kid, anything that's small and cute could be one as far as I'm concerned. Since Pichu is a baby Pokemon and Pikachu is apparently a squirrel, let's not miss this opportunity to check out some adorable baby squirrels. Known as kits or pups, these critters are born hairless, blind, and entirely dependent on their mothers. They face many challenges in their early weeks of life as they are extremely vulnerable to predators, weather, and even fall from their nests. Squirrels typically nest in hollows high in the trees to keep their young safe. Mother squirrels care for the babies for about 10 to 12 weeks. During this time, she nurses them, keeps them warm, and defends them from predators. As the pups grow, they start to develop fur and open their eyes around 4 weeks old. But they stay in the nest until they're strong enough to climb and forage on their own. Even after they begin to leave the nest, young squirrels often stay close to their mother for several weeks, learning essential survival skills like food gathering, climbing, and avoiding predators. Pikachu is so sweet to those little Pichus. While we got a definitive statement on what Pikachu is in real life, not as much is said about its evolution, Raichu. It kinda fell into Pikachu's shadow, so it's up to us to make our own discoveries as usual. While I can see Pikachu as being a squirrel, Raichu would be a stretch. Raichu has an oval body that connects right into its round head. It has large hind legs for agility and a long, slender tail. And these are also traits of the kangaroo rat. This extraordinary rodent is native to the arid regions of North America, particularly in California, New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma, and is known for its incredible adaptations to desert life. One of the most fascinating features of these small creatures is their ability to survive without ever drinking water. They extract all the moisture they need from the seeds they eat. They also have specialized kidneys that conserve water efficiently. Kangaroo rats get their name from their large, powerful hind legs, which allow them to leap great distances, up to 9 feet, in a single jump. Their rudder-like tail also helps them maneuver quickly through the brush. When they jump, they can use their tail to change their direction mid-air. Is this agility attack? This impressive jumping ability helps them escape predators, like snakes and owls. So don't even try, Hoot Hoot. They also have cheek pouches for storing seeds, which they bury in caches, contributing to the seed dispersal that shapes the desert ecosystems. Their nocturnal lifestyle and keen survival tactics make the kangaroo rat one of the desert's most interesting and resilient inhabitants. Not so boring now, are you, Raichu? The time has come to give our report on the most famous Pokemon of them all. But first, thunderbolt that like button. Who's that Pokemon? It's a baby squirrel pup, a squirrel like Mochi, or better yet, a Mochi-like squirrel, and a kangaroo rat. It's Pichu, Pikachu, and Raichu in real life. Alright, I can't wait any longer. I'm getting some Mochi and putting little Pikachu ears on it. While you eat yours, check out my other episodes to learn more about the incredible creatures of Earth.